everyone.
You ready for our quick six?
Yeah, quick
Good.
six.
Quick
A quick six. I was dying at the time, and somebody said to me, my ex-wife, beautiful lady, actually suggested that I go and get my bars run. And I went and had my bars run, and 2 weeks later I was alive. I mean, how much easier can it get than that? I mean, it was a bit more involved than that, but during the bars session, the session giver, the practitioner, asked me some questions too, and one of those questions was around judgment, and I realised just how much I was judging me and judging my reality, and all of that started to dissipate. The tools worked, and I decided, holy moly, I want to be a certified facilitator. And in those days we didn't have bar practitioners, we just had certified facilitators. So I started saving up my pennies and going to as many foundation classes as I could possibly do, and I think I probably did about 7 or 8, and I helped host one particular certified facilitator, because that way I was able to get the class at a discounted rate, and I just started living and breathing those tools, because I knew they worked and I knew that it would change people's lives, and I wanted to create that as my reality, really engaging people more in who they be. Like, who does this belong to is probably my favourite tool, and the one that I really jumped into right at the beginning, because I'd already had the awareness that at least 98% of our thoughts and feelings don't belong to us. And I actually, before I started Access, for 6 weeks, I wrote down all my thoughts, feelings and emotions, and I'm doing this because I'm showing you how much paper I had. I had this much paper, and then one day I decided to read it all, and after a couple of days, the same thoughts and the same feelings and the same emotions were just coming over and over and over again. And then I came across this tool, who does this belong to, for every thought, feeling and emotion. And it was like, holy moly, this is much easier than writing it down for 6 weeks. Wealth and riches for those that are willing to receive it. Because really, what we're looking at there is the willingness to receive. So many of us have points of view about money and receiving, what it is, what it isn't. And what if we could actually lower our barriers and receive everything, the good, the bad and the ugly, without a point of view? And then we wouldn't have this thing about, I haven't got enough money, I want to get the money, how do I get the money, what's my agenda with money, and all of this sort of stuff. And just by looking at more receiving the wealth and riches that you be, the wealth of your being, for instance. Wow. I'm just thinking of a friend in Japan, and I'm starting to cry because I'm just so happy. And he was clinically depressed, and he hadn't smiled for 3 years. And during a Being You class, just an introduction, I got him up on the table with me, and we were laughing and joking, and he was smiling, and all I was doing was being me, and all he was doing was being him. And afterwards, his wife came up and said to me, "It's the first time I've seen him smile in 2 years." And his whole life has totally changed. They've got more money, they're happier, they've moved. They've done all the classes in Access, and their happiness just keeps on expanding. And I think that was probably one of the greatest moments that I've had with Access, for myself and for the client who's now a good friend.
Wow.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, and I've got goosebumps all over. I'm not crying, but I've got goosebumps.
Pop. www.accessconsciousness.com/Liam Phillips. There you go.
And do you have have any other websites?
Yeah, I've got liamphillips.com. You can find me there too. All over YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want.
You're there.
I'm there. Yeah. All over the world.